Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the premier destination for in-depth analysis and candid discussions on the world of sports. I'm your host, Howard, and we're excited to dive into the latest developments that are making headlines. Today, we're going to tackle a story that's sending shockwaves through the NFL, particularly for fans of the Detroit Lions. In a move that can only be described as a Thanksgiving treat for the Lions faithful, longtime center Frank Ragnow has announced his decision to come out of retirement and rejoin the team. This news is nothing short of astonishing, given that Ragnow had previously announced his retirement after 7 seasons in the league back in June. At the time, it was a blow to a Lions team that was seeking to contend for a Super Bowl title, as Ragnow was still arguably one of the league's best interior offensive linemen. His accolades include 4 Pro Bowl honors, with the most recent being in 2024, and he was named second-team All-Pro for the 3rd time in his career last season. The significance of Ragnow's return cannot be overstated. The Lions are currently off to a 7-4 start, trailing the Bears by 1 game in the NFC North, and they've been dealing with injuries, including a knee injury to starting center Graham Glasgow that will keep him out of Thursday's crucial game against the Packers. While Ragnow won't be able to participate in that matchup, his eventual return to the lineup is expected to bolster the team's offensive line, potentially giving them the push they need to secure a playoff spot. It's also worth noting Ragnow's reputation for toughness and resilience. He has a history of playing through injuries, including a partially torn pectoral muscle for much of the 2024 season, and even continuing to play after fracturing his throat during a game in 2020. This level of dedication and grit will undoubtedly be an asset to the Lions as they navigate the challenging landscape of the NFL. As we consider the implications of Ragnow's return, it's clear that this move has the potential to significantly impact the team's trajectory this season. With their eyes on the playoffs, the addition of such a seasoned and skilled player could be the difference maker. The Lions need to succeed. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this story unfolds, including Ragnow's integration back into the team and how his presence affects the dynamics of the Lions' offense. For now, it's a welcome surprise for Detroit fans, offering a renewed sense of hope and optimism as the season enters its critical final stretch. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're diving into a fascinating conversation about college basketball, specifically focusing on the recent games involving Duke and South Carolina. It seems like number E. South Carolina is on a roll, having topped Duke with an impressive score of 83-66 in the semifinals of the Players Era Championship. This win has secured their spot in Thursday's championship game against number 4 Texas. Let's break it down. Medina Ocote led the charge for South Carolina with 23 points, followed closely by Joyce Edwards with 22 points. The team's strategy to score heavily in the paint clearly paid off, as they managed to outscore Duke 58-28 in that area. This dominance in the paint is a testament to their well-executed game plan and the players' ability to capitalize on scoring opportunities. On the other side of the court, Duke struggled to keep up with South Carolina's pace. Despite holding a 1-point lead after the first quarter, they were outscored significantly in the second, which set the tone for the rest of the game. Toby Fournier was the top scorer for Duke with 16 points, but it wasn't enough to bridge the gap created by South Carolina's strong performance. This win not only showcases South Carolina's strength, but also sets up an exciting championship game against Texas. Given both teams' recent performances, it's going to be a match worth watching. For Duke, this loss serves as a learning experience and an opportunity to regroup before their next challenge against UCLA for 3rd place. As we look forward to these upcoming games, one thing is clear: the competition in college basketball is fiercer than ever. Teams are pushing their limits, and players are stepping up to lead their teams to victory. It's an exciting time for fans, with plenty of action-packed games on the horizon. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. Today, we're capping off the show with a thrilling update from the world of college basketball. It's been an exciting week with several high-profile matchups and surprising upsets. Let's dive right in and explore some of the highlights. In one of the most anticipated games of the season, number 4 Texas held off a surging number 3 UCLA, advancing to the Players Era Championship with a 76-65 victory. Rory Harmon led the charge for the Longhorns, scoring an impressive 26 points. Madison Booker and Jordan Lee also made significant contributions, with 16 and 13 points respectively. Meanwhile, in another thrilling matchup, Texas faced off against UCLA's counterpart in the men's division, but our focus remains on the ladies' remarkable performance. The Longhorns' defensive prowess was on full display, particularly in the first quarter, where they forced 7 UCLA turnovers and converted them into 6 crucial points. As we shift gears to the men's side, number 3. 4 Texas also made headlines by holding off a surging opponent, although details of that specific game are less clear. What is evident, however, is the Longhorns' determination and skill on the court, which has propelled them into the championship conversation. It's worth noting that college basketball has seen significant changes with the introduction of name, image, and likeness (NIL) deals. According to tournament co-founder Seth Berger, each participating team in the Players Era Championship can expect to receive over $1 million in guaranteed NIL compensation. This development underscores the evolving landscape of college athletics, where student-athletes are increasingly recognized for their market value. As we wrap up today's discussion on college basketball, it's clear that this season promises to be filled with excitement, unexpected turns, and perhaps a few surprises along the way. The intersection of athletic talent, strategic coaching, and financial recognition is redefining the sport, making it an intriguing space to watch for fans and observers alike. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep your head in the game.